everybody, welcome to today's video. Now before we start talking about the maths, let's have a look at Mr. Lucas's shopping list. I'll tell you why, because today we are going to help Mr. Lucas work out how much he spent at the shops yesterday. You see, he lost his receipt. Now I know some of you will already be noticing that a few of the items on Mr. Lucas's shopping list are a little bit odd. I think self-isolating is getting to him and he's starting to go a little bit crazy. Anyhow, are you ready to help Mr. Lucas work out how much he spent at the shops yesterday? Great! Thank you so much for agreeing to help. That is fantastic. Right, so the strategy that we are going to use first of all is short, or as you probably know it, column multiplication. So let's have a look at these number sentences here. You will notice that we are using P for pence, pence, and here we have a pound sign. So our first calculation is 83 pence times 3. All right, so that would mean, let's say, a loaf of bread that cost 83p, and we want 3 of them. So 83p times 3. All right, I'm going to scroll this page down and we are going to have a look how we would put that in the form of column multiplication. So before we start working out these column multiplication calculations, can you remember, what is it really important that you know before you can complete these calculations? Yes, it's your times tables. So really important that you carry on learning your times tables. Okay, here we go. So 83 times 3. We start off by doing 3 times 3. So 3 3s are 9. Write the 9 here. Then we move to 3 times 8. 8 3s are 27. I put the 2 in the hundreds column, the 7 in the tens column. I make sure that I always line up the numbers in the proper place value columns, hundreds, tens, and ones. Let's go to this one. 13 times 4. 4 3s are 12. Now I have to carry over the 1 from the 12. So, as you probably know, the 1 goes here, the 1 from the 12, and the 2 goes here. Because 12 is made up of 1 10 and 2 1s. So we can carry that 10 over to the tens column. Now I'm putting it up here and not below here, just because when you are older and you get into year 5 and beyond, your multiplication, column multiplication, gets more and more complicated, and it's best to keep the numbers that you are carrying up over here and out of the way. Okay, let's do the next bit. So we've done 4 times 3, 4 3s are 12. We are now doing 4 times 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. Then we have to remember to add this number 1 here. So 4 1s are 4 plus 1 is 5. Putting my 5 in my tens column. So the answer is 52. Over to this one. Now, this has a decimal point, but we don't need to worry about that right now. We are going to continue with the calculation as you've been taught. So, because it's £7.65, we just need to remember that. Let's go. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 10 over to there. 0 1s. 6 2s are 12. Add the 1, 13. So I need to carry the 10 from the 13 over to there as well. Write my number 3 in the tens column, that becomes 30. Ignore my decimal point for now. 2 times 7 is 14. Add the 1, 15. So my 1 goes into the thousands column my 5 into the hundreds column. And I don't forget my decimal point. So £7.65 times 2 is £15.30. So let's have a look at all of our answers. £15.30, so we can put a very odd looking pound sign there, excuse me. 52, 52p. Okay, because it was this side of the decimal point. The decimal point would be here. This one, 83 times 3, 279. So that's 200 pennies, which makes £2. There's my odd pound sign again. And there's my decimal point, 79p. So £2.79. Back to Mr. Lucas's shopping list. So it's now your turn to use column multiplication to see if you can work out how much Mr. Lucas spent on each item. Make sure you've got a pencil, a rubber, and a piece of paper. Pause the video so that you can do these 6 questions. How did you get on? Here are your answers. Did you remember to put the pence and the pound signs in? Now this is your challenge question. How much did Mr. Lucas spend in total? Now, when you've worked it out, don't go anywhere, because after the challenge, I've got a really fun video and a really exciting game for you to play. So here is the answer to the challenge. He spent £616.76p. Did you manage to work that out? How did you work that out? Yes, that's correct. You added all of your previous answers together. Great job. The video you've just seen is Delilah and Rosemary playing a game. So I hid random number cards around the garden. You can do it in the house, the garden, wherever you like. They had to collect the number cards and arrange them with a multiplication sign there into a column multiplication calculation, which would give the highest possible number. So here are your answers. Now, hopefully you worked out that to get the largest number, we have to take the largest digit and use that as the digit to multiply with, because the more times we multiply, the bigger something gets. You then use the next largest number, which was the 6, in the highest place value column. So the highest would be the hundreds. So the 6 goes in the 600s. The next largest number was 4. So 4 tens is 40. And then we use the lowest number 3 in the ones column. And you do exactly the opposite to get the smallest possible answer. So you use the smallest possible number at the 3 as your multiplier. Okay, then the next smallest number, 4, you put in your highest value column, 400. The next smallest number you put in your tens column, and it's the largest number, and the very largest number you put in the ones column to make the smallest number. And here are your answers to brain teaser number 2. That's the end of my video today. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for the help you gave me with Mr. Lucas's shopping list. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.